Hey guys, welcome to my shop. I'm Dave and I make knives. Part 2. But before we get into that, I was talking to Hope Knives. He's the guy that won the second draw for the giveaway knife, and he brought to my attention that he was trying to leave a comment with his email address for me to get a hold of him, and YouTube was automatically deleting the comment. So that got me thinking, the first guy, Dan Mays, that originally won, maybe he was trying to give his email address and YouTube kept deleting the comment, and maybe he just gave up. So I'm feeling a little guilty. Dan, don't worry, I'm going to take care of you, buddy. I'm going to make something for you and I'm going to send it to you, so don't worry. Email me and let's make it happen. Okay, I don't have the best lighting in here, so I'm going to try my best not to step right in the light and make big shadows, but bear with me for this part. Okay, so I'm trying out some new dye. Since I started working with leather, I've been using this same brand of water-based dye. Right here, here's my box. You might have seen this in other videos, but I was using this EcoFlow water-based dye, and I got good results with it. I've got no complaints about it. I just noticed a lot of the professionals out there, this is what they use. This seems to be the top brand stuff. This is like alcohol-based dye with oils in it, I believe. That's what the guy at the leather store said. So I've got new dye, a new finish, and then we have this antiquing finish that we're going to do at the end, which should give this sheath like an aged look. This is my first time trying this stuff. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to be extra careful not to let this tip over. I've spilt a few dye containers on this counter, but that's one of the benefits to a water-based dye is it cleans up really easily. This stuff, on the other hand, I don't know if this is going to stain my countertop, so I got to be really careful. Okay, the instructions did say to stir it. I'm just going to use the wire end of one of these daubers here. It didn't say shake, and it didn't say not to shake, so I don't know if you can shake this stuff. Maybe one of you guys can tell me in the comments. Anyways, to be on the safe side, I'm going to stir it, just like it says. So we'll start with the inside of the sheath. I like the smell of this dye, actually. Right off the bat, I feel like this stuff absorbs into the leather better than the water dye. Okay, so if I had no complaints about the water-based dye, it's because I don't know any better, I guess. Right away, it seems like this is just soaking into the leather better. Okay, so next we're going to apply this Pro Resist. I guess this is really similar to the Super Sheen that I used to use. This is like a top finish for the leather. It's going to resist moisture, I guess is the main thing. It should also kind of increase the contrast and just the overall shininess of the dye. So we're going to follow the instructions here, which say stir thoroughly before use, apply with a damp sponge, let dry, then antique or stained leather. So we'll open this up first. Okay, so we got our damp sponge. Next step is going to be the antique finish. Looking at how dark this is and how dark the sheath is, and this is meant to give like a two-tone patina sort of. I'm wondering if I shouldn't have went with like a lighter colored dye and a darker antique finish. I don't know. We'll see. So, directions. Apply antique finish by wiping it on heavily in a circular motion. Remove excess immediately. Clear the raised portions. Leave the accumulation of paste in the perforations and depressed areas. A ruler wrapped in a soft cloth works very well. Okay, so I'll use a paper towel, and that's what I'm going to apply it with, and I'm totally going to try that ruler thing, so I'll be right back. I'm going to get a ruler. How much is heavily? We'll find out. I can feel when it's starting to spread thin, so that's what I'm doing. As soon as it feels like it's starting to spread thin, I get more on my cloth. Oh, I should have put my mat under here. that's that, I guess. It definitely did what the instructions said. I can tell by holding this in the light that the raised spots seem to be kind of dry already, and down in the stamped patterns it looks like I can see that this stuff is settled in there. So that's what the instructions say. So I'll leave this to dry and we'll check on it later today. Okay, so the antiquing finish is dry. I can definitely see it's a little bit lighter in the lower spots. It even showed up a little bit on this textured portion, like between the lines. I didn't expect that at all. But yeah, you know what? It does give it a two-tone patina, just like it said. Even with the dark color, with the light on top, it still showed up a little bit. I feel like for best results, you'd probably want to start with a lighter color and then go with like a darker antiquing finish. That's what I'll try next time, I think. So I'm going to give this a coat of wax and then we're going to stitch this together. So now I'm going to do some edge coat. I'm going to do it on all the edges except this outer edge along the stitching. Because once this gets stitched, I'm going to take it out to the sander a little bit and clean it up, and then I'll edge coat it. But all these other ones like this here, around the belt loop, and around, because once this belt loop is stitched on, I don't want to be doing edge coat at that time. So yeah, I'll do all the edges except this. Good. Let this dry a little bit more, and then I'm going to polish the edges and ready for stitching. Well, I've got to glue this welt in and then punch the holes through it, and then we're going to stitch. That's where we're going to end the video. Part 3 will drop in a couple days. See you there. Okay, thanks, bye.